Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tommo Live. And I'm late. Yes, I'm late. Okay, I'm like 30 seconds late, all right? Give me a break, everyone. How we doing? Welcome all. Thank you for coming to the stream. Womo indeed. Hello. Tony, Jack, Chinmay, Christian, Loser, Bugatti, RCT, Futura, Christian, Andres. Hello, everyone. Lucas, Luca, Zati. Welcome, everyone. Let's talk Vowles. I'm writing a tweet. Vowlesy. Let's talk Vowlesy. We're going to be talking Vowlesy today. If you haven't seen the news, where you been? What are you playing at? What are you playing at? All right. Silly season indeed. Well, it's about time. That's all I'm going to say. It's about time. Because Williams was starting to worry me a bit. I was getting a bit concerned that we might be seeing the livery before we see the new team principal. Turns out, actually, James Vowles, who is going to be Williams' new team principal. Yeah, I'm still concerned as well, Christian, don't worry. He isn't actually starting until the 20th of February. So he's actually starting 2 weeks after they launched their livery. So I'm still kind of concerned. You know. But ultimately, who is this guy? Come on, Trash Panda. Who's the one who's always giving Valtteri stick? All right? Valtteri, it's James. Obviously, yeah, the It's James memes have been thick and fast, and fair enough. No, you know what, right? They obviously rolled a dice with Jost Capito, someone who, you know, was at McLaren for like 6 months, but didn't really have much F1 experience. You got to wonder why that McLaren situation didn't work out. Maybe that was a precursor to what would go on at Williams. Maybe that's too harsh. But yeah, he's out, as we all know. And Vowles is in. Head of race strategy from Mercedes. And Mercedes stalwart as well. Started his career there in 2002, I think, based off them saying 21 years, when it was BAR, which then became Honda. He was an engineer then. Brawn GP, the team morphed into Brawn. He became a race strategist then. And then the team morphed again into Mercedes until 2022, where he was chief race strategist, leading the line. Cheers, Mark, for the 5 Aussie. I'm here from WTF1 because Matt and Tommy were my go-to. They'll be back, don't you worry. They'll be back. Thank you, Chinmay, as well. James, it's Valtteri. Alpha is faster than Williams. Yeah, most things are faster than Williams. No, look, James Vowles, great career at Mercedes, 20 years. The thing is, I know there's a lot of questions around why did Vowles leave. To spend 20 years of your career at one place. You know, I think the job of team principal, that's not something that comes along every day. There was obviously an opportunity there, whether they reached out to him or he reached out to them. Who knows? But obviously, especially when you're in a senior role, same kind of with Andrea Stella. Stella was kind of chief, not race strategist for McLaren, but he was like head of operations, wasn't he? He was like race director or whatever. And I just think with Stella, the opportunity presented itself, and he's gone for it. And Vowles, he's seen an opportunity here for something that's more than just a chief strategist. He can actually, you've got to bear in mind, he's been at this team. Again, look, all the different, BAR, Honda, Brawn, Mercedes, up the grid, in the middle, at the bottom. He's seen it all. So you would hope he'd be able to lean on that experience. He's a good communicator. He always does Mercedes kind of post-race stuff. And And yeah, I'm excited. I'm feeling positive about this move because well, look, I am still worried about Williams. Of course I am. And he's not even started yet. He's not starting for another more than a month before he even starts. So they're still just sat with no team principal for... Oh, wait, hang on. Was it the 20th of Feb he's starting or 20th of Jan? Sorry, I might have actually got that wrong. Is it 20th of Feb or Jan? I thought it was Feb. Yeah, it is Feb. Yeah, it is Feb. Sorry, I was right. I should have backed myself. Come on. Cheers again, Mark. Been a fan since 2020 or early 21. You think Debris could beat Yuki, son? I think Yuki... I don't know. Honestly, Mark, that one I flip-flop on. I think Yuki's got more potential pace, but I think Nick will be more reliable. That's what I think. I thought it'd be Allison instead. Well, yeah, obviously, because James Allison, he was at Ferrari, wasn't he? He had a senior role at Ferrari and then moved to Mercedes. Whereas Vowles has been at Mercedes the entire time. And look, good for him, taking an opportunity elsewhere. He's won everything you can win in his position. So why not take the challenge of going to a smaller team? A team is historic of as Williams, a team with the connections to Mercedes as well. There's been a lot of quotes knocking about in terms of how Toto kind of managed it. He was very kind of open and prepared, really, to let James take this opportunity, which I think there's a few different maybe levels to that. I think on a human level, Vowles has been at the team for so long. It's not like he's ducking and running. He's seeing an opportunity at a team struggling. And I think Toto maybe... Because look, Ferrari, I saw... Who was it on... someone posted on Twitter earlier. I can't remember who it was. Talking about why, Ferrari gave Binotto a gardening leave, seemingly. And Mercedes could have done that. They could have blocked a move elsewhere. But they didn't. And maybe part of that is because, he's going to Williams. If Vowles was going to a direct rival, do I think Mercedes would have maybe enacted some kind of gardening leave? Perhaps they didn't feel they needed to because perhaps they knew that it was a conversation going on with Williams, because it sounds like Vowles was pretty up front at the start. Yeah, Vowles is the Valtteri, it's James guy. Yes, it is. Perhaps, we don't know. It does feel like, I feel like Toto would, in the same way that, there's clearly a good relationship there between Williams and Mercedes. Obviously, the George Russell transfer. Hopefully this goes better than when Paddy Lowe went from Mercedes to Williams. I'll tell you that, because you look at Paddy Lowe's CV when he was at Mercedes, he was part of all that kind of success, and then he left in 2018, I think it was, wasn't it? Maybe 2019, something like that. And then obviously went to Williams, and he was responsible for the team when they couldn't make testing in 2019, and he ended up getting a boot up the backside. So look, there's no guarantee of anything, but knowing what I know of Vowles as a communicator anyway, and for him to lead that strategy side of Mercedes, which, to be honest, do I think Mercedes' strategy has been absolutely stellar over the years? No. I think they have partially been exposed in the last kind of couple of years where it's got a bit tighter. I would say that maybe over those years where they did have a clear advantage in both Carr and Lewis, them two together, they were just unreal. Maybe the strategy team didn't need to scrap as much for every single opportunity like all the other teams were having to. I'd argue that maybe. And again, look, like, he's won all there is to win. So why not take a new opportunity? Why not? Thank you, C. Maybe this is the preparation for Porsche buying Williams, especially with DeRuyter struggling to keep them competitive. Yeah, look, it's a fair question, you know. I think there's valid doubts. You know, DeRuyter came in, Williams is still at the bottom. They haven't been in charge for that long in the grand scheme of things, but you just wonder how long, because that investment, as F1 gets bigger, and if we are restricted to 12 teams maximum, and the idea of buying a pre-existing team is clearly a lot easier, as Andretti, Cadillac are finding out at the moment, it's clearly a lot easier to get in by just buying another team. You know, I think DeRuyter are in a strong position. As much as Williams haven't improved, that asset still has a lot of value. You know, not just for the, you know, waiving the 200 mil entry fee, which, I mean, a lot of the teams want to put that up as well, but you've got a facility, you've got history. You know, Golf, Williams, Porsche Racing. But I think as well, like, if Porsche were to take over, it would be naive to not expect them to at least prioritise their name, like Porsche Williams Racing, and maybe just drop Williams altogether. Williams is obviously Williams is a historic F1 team, and it's tough as a fan seeing them struggle so much. And obviously there's always the hope that they'll be able to turn it around. But also it's like, if you had to tell me to choose between Porsche coming in, buying the team, rebranding it, and the team being successful again, or it staying as Williams and stand towards the back. In fact, I'm going to ask you lot. I'm going to ask you lot. What would you choose out of those two options? Porsche take over and successful, or stay at Williams around the back? Porsche take over or Williams stay at back? And I don't mean like stone dead last necessarily. I just mean like towards the back of the field. Because you say I refuse to believe Williams, but it's not. It's the Rilton. It's the Rilton. It's not the Williams family anymore. And the fact that obviously part of the deal, and maybe that was written in it that, you know, you can't change the branding for so long. I don't know. But I'm just saying that it gets to a point where you're just like, oh man, seeing them struggle, it's almost a bit like, put the name out of it. I don't know. Williams Porsche does have a nice ring to it. But and as well, it's like, you know, you think of the way you name a team is very important for legacy purposes. So you look at like the Marlboro McLaren, and it was McLaren Honda. Now, McLaren are the name that's remembered because it's the first name. You know, there's a reason it's Oracle Red Bull Racing. There's a reason it's MoneyGram Haas F1 team. Putting that name first does make a difference. Does make a difference. And look, obviously, Porsche taking over wouldn't necessarily guarantee success, but then it's like, what's the value of... Because if Porsche were to come in, they would want to essentially turn that into like a works outfit, you'd think. With Cadillac Andretti, it's very clear that the team is Andretti, and Cadillac are just attaching themselves to it. A Porsche deal feels like it would be a bit different to that, you know? That's how it feels to me anyway. But thank you, Chinmay, by the way. As a performance advantage over the others reduced over competitors, the Merc strategy got exposed more. Better leave before being found out. Look, I mean, you can't obviously put that all at Vowles, and there were plenty of times they got it right. I just think that I think it's fair, you know. If you're in a position for years where you've got a dominant package, driver and car together, then you're gonna get a bit rustier when it comes to strategy compared to the other teams who are constantly like, you know, if you're lower end of the midfield, you're scrapping for that P10 point like every week, and you've got to try and do some crazy like like mental gymnastics to get to a point where you can be like, okay, this is the right decision to make. Get a P10, you know. But no, it's. But regardless, I think it's good news for Williams. I'm excited. I'm excited for them. Also, yeah, I'm going to poll you lot as well. I'm going to say, how do you feel about this move? How do you feel about this move? Because I mean, look, it's good that they got someone through the door. Positive, neutral, or negative. Yeah, how do you feel about this move? Because I wasn't expecting it. I don't think anyone was expecting it, but yeah, overwhelmingly, I feel quite positive about it. Optimistic. Cheers, Tabo. Glad you enjoyed the video I did on Verstappen.com with Super Atsi Kirchhoff. Up the red line. Thank you, Neo, as well. Do you think Alex's World Drivers' Championship material? Honestly, I've not got enough information to say. You know, he went toe-to-toe with Max Verstappen and got convincingly beaten. So I can't say with any confidence that, yes, he is World Drivers' Championship material. But maybe in the right car. But I can't say that. So again, Vowles was head of race strategy at Mercedes for a very long time. At Mercedes / Braun / BAR / Honda for like 21 years. And now he's taking the big job. Kind of like Andrea Stella. You know, someone who's worked their way up at a team and then taken the big position. The difference with Stella is that he has stayed within McLaren. Stella was at Ferrari, then moved to McLaren, worked his way up McLaren, now has taken the top job. Vowles has gone from Mercedes and then jumped to Williams. But obviously that transition from Mercedes to Williams will be less because it's the same engine. He must understand that relationship to a fairly good degree already, you know? Yeah, most people are feeling positive about it. So it's good. Some good news for Williams for once. Hopefully their livery doesn't disappoint. We've got Red Bull on the 3rd, Williams on the 6th. They're a bit earlier than the other teams, so it'll be interesting to see. But not much more to say, really. Big news. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed this stream. Subscribe if you're new and you want to see more like this. Me waffling. I'm not actually going to be streaming at all next week. Or doing a video next week. Because it's my birthday in 5 days. So me and Hannah are going away, I think. She's planned a surprise thing for me. So that should be fun. So be good. Keep yourself behaving well. Drink water so you don't get a kidney stone like I did. It's not my birthday yet. How old? Guess. Go on, guess. Go on. Destroy my ego in the live chat, please. It's not my birthday yet. Don't worry. 40th. How dare you? Oh yeah, Le Mans virtual qualifying. I want to watch that as well, so I'm not going to keep you for much longer. On in 7 minutes. Good luck. Oh, also, shout out. Oh man, really rubbish news. Jenny Gao. If you follow Jenny, but she's one of the voices in Drive to Survive. I've met Jenny a couple of times. Super nice. She had a stroke. Really sad. She's recovering now, but if you want to go and give Jenny some love and some good energy, head over to her Twitter or Instagram. Rest up, Jen. Hopefully we'll see you back soon. Strokes can be very, very difficult things to get through. So yeah. I'm going to be 30. I'm going to be 30. The big 30. But yeah. Thank you all for coming. Appreciate you all taking the time. And I will see you when I see you. Good luck, James Vowles. You're going to need it. It's not going to be an easy job, but I'm feeling confident.